Hi, another day in Brazil, beautiful with sunshine and 30 degrees. And another story for you, which today is more information about two more questions which I have to reply to as an information for you as well. The first question was very simple. Why don't we see more publication of your autobiography in press, in newspapers, and also TV? Has two actually reasons. One reason is that, of course, a lot of the media is afraid of the reaction of the family of Michael Schumacher. Because until today they fighted everything, every publication which was published in wherever in the world. But my autobiography is absolutely legal. There's nothing to complain about it, and it's the truth. And I do not have dirty laundry. I do have the reality of what has happened in my life. And since the Schumacher family has also another power, which I know from the time when I was very close with Michael years ago, when they didn't want to appear something in the public, they had possibilities to stop the writing about it, the broadcasting about it, and so on. They have possibilities, so that's why I don't mind, because sooner or later the book will succeed anyhow, because it's a beautiful autobiography. And not only Michael Schumacher is important in there, it's also about my life, because it's a lot of adventures and things happening in my life, absolutely crazy, absolutely out of the world. So that's why the autobiography I had to write anyway. Besides that, I'm not afraid about not having too much publicity in the moment, because I knew that they would probably do everything in order to hinder that a lot of newspapers, especially in motorsport or in TV motorsport, will talk about it. Everybody was afraid. But this is not important for me. The second thing is that somebody wrote me nicely, you wrote this book in order to make a lot of money. Wrong. Send 100% wrong. This is definitely not the truth, and I explain you why. First of all, I wrote 3 years in order to develop the book. And if I would have known up front what comes across in front of me, all the hurdles, all the problems, I probably wouldn't have written the book. But once I was in it, I always jumped over the hurdles, I always continued, and I explained you a little bit what it's all about. Because nobody wants to publish this book, because they were afraid. All the publishing houses said, very interesting, we would like to, but we don't know what the reaction of Schumacher is, we do not want to risk a legal suit against us, and blah, blah, blah. So I forgot about it, and I said, okay, if nobody wants to publish it, I do it on my own. And that's what we did. First of all, I wrote the book over a period of 3 years. Besides acquisition, besides trying to find all the pictures, trying to select the themes which should be in the book, because of course I cannot write anything, because otherwise the book would have had a couple of thousand pages. So there was a lot of external work we had to do. I needed to have some professional assistance for writing it. I needed correction. The autobiography is not easy to write, because you have a lot of errors in it and little things, so it has to go to a lectorate. So it was a lot of work besides that. Then I need to have a legal approval that everything I write and everything I show is legal and it's okay. Then I needed to have a layout. I needed to have the pictures being brought in different sizes and additional movements. It's a work over 3 years. You have no idea. Then once this was done and the writing was done, and we had to make the first preprints of the book, which I had to finance as well. On top of it, in order to distribute it, I had to found a company, a publishing house, in order to distribute it. Just the registration and to build this up costs a lot of money. Besides that, we needed an internet page. So I need a web designer, I need professional help in order to install a shop system. All this is not so easy as it looks like. And it has cost me over the period of 3 years, it has cost me a high six figures amount in euro. So it was quite a lot of money I invested until today. And if I would ever get this money back, it's still unknown. We don't know. Because, as you can imagine, on one book, there is not a big amount you can earn. And you have to sell thousands of books in order to start to gain something. So with 72, when I started to write this book, I think it's absolutely illegal because for 30 years, I kept my mouth closed. Nobody knew about our relationship, what we did and how we did it and whatsoever. Even my closest friends and some people of my family didn't know my relationship to Michael because I never said a word. I was asked 100 times from press people, from TV people, you're close to Michael, we can see. What have you done? Where have you been? And my single response always has been, ask Michael. I don't know. And that's why, it's not that I wrote my biography because of Michael. No, I wanted to write the biography, but if Michael in 50 years is close to me, of course I have to use the time as well and write about the stories. And what's the interesting thing in it is, I do not wash dirty laundry. What I say and what I explain is how Michael privately really is. All of you know him as a professional race car driver. But besides that, he has a private life, and nobody or most of the people don't know how it privately was. And all the stories and the experiences I made together with him explain another Michael Schumacher, which you have never known. And besides that, there's a lot of pictures in it as well. But let me tell you, the book is not only Michael Schumacher. There's a lot of other VIPs and my experiences with them, with my own company, with the things I did in my life, with the adventures I did, with the stories I had to tell, because all in my life I always experienced crazy things, completely out of the world. So that's why, don't worry, it's not for the money. It's because I'm 72 and I want to get my life and my autobiography out on the market so that people know how life sometimes is very difficult, sometimes bad, sometimes good, and sometimes exceptional, spectacular. Okay? So that's why. See you next week. And next week I have another story for you about a road trip with a bike, together with Michael and also together with Mick Doohan. And there you will hear certain things you have never heard before from both of them. So until then, next week, have fun and a good time. Bye-bye.